1, 2, 3, 4. What up, people? I'm Stephen Crosby, so I'm the singer in the band.
I'm Scotty, and I bring the thunder with the bass guitar.
Hello, hi, my name's Stephen Conway. In BarrelHouse Dogs, I play drums.
I'm Dave McTavish. I play guitar in the band, mostly lead guitar.
The band as a whole are a complete mishmash. Very much rock based. I come from a blues and a soul background. The other guys come from rock and punk. And it's hard to sort of classify what we are because of that.
And the band as a whole just is a collection of motley crew, a lot of fun and rock and roll, just in it for the enjoyment and the entertainment.
As a whole, yes, the band is easygoing. I find the guys very open. Enjoy the company of them. They're a great set of guys to play with.
A rough mixture of bad drinking, hard rocking guys. We're not as young as we used to be, but we rock as hard as we used to be.
Well, BarrelHouse Dogs is probably the third or fourth band. I came late to this game. I used to spend my weekends playing rugby. Come the great crash of 2007, the rugby club sort of fell away and I needed another hobby, and I thought, you know what, I'll give this singing malarkey a go.
I knew Davey from work for a long time, probably about 15 or 16 years. I've worked on and off with Davey. We're working together, and he just suggested to me, do you want to come and play bass for a band? We're looking for a bass player. And at that time I was just leaving a band, so I went, yeah, let's go.
Interesting story. I was actually at a gig one night in the Empire in Belfast, seeing one of my favourite drummers, Mr. Brian Downey. And during that time, my brother was standing in front of me, and unbeknownst to me, he was tapping away on his mobile phone. And little did I know that he was actually putting my mobile number forward to the singer of the band, Mr. Stephen Crosby, as they were looking for a drummer at the time. And I started, okay, I'm not doing anything, so let's see what happens and comes off it.
Well, many moons ago, we answered an advert in one of the local websites looking for a guitarist, and it was Steve Crosby, Bing, who's the singer. It was his band. I joined them, and then we played for a while with them, and then that sort of went by the by. And then I was working in another band, and then I got a call from Steve a couple of years later saying he was trying to get another band back together, and would I work, because I've worked with Steve before, and we sort of get on together as well, you know.
It means a lot at times, and other times it means a lot for other reasons. So it's great being in a band with very much like-minded individuals who are prepared to take on absolutely anything musically. Our set that we play is quite high tempo. We try to mix it up so we'll have a lot of classics in there, and we'll like a few surprises as well. So we'd do things like mixing Kelly Clarkson, which is a surprise in its own, in with Iron Maiden, and we love watching the fear on people's faces when we start into that, but things like that's always a bit of fun.
It should mean entertainment on stage. You kind of want to play stuff that people like, but also that we like. Do some off the wall stuff that still rocks. So for me it's just to make it rock and give people an enjoyable time. Entertainment's most time. You want to bring people in, give them a good time, and hear them tell you you're great at the end of the night. It's the best bit.
It gives me a purpose. As you can see, my homemade bedroom studio, as they're called, it gives me a purpose. It gets me out of here. You need to get out of the four walls, and you need to start communicating with other like-minded musicians, and that's what I've found, and that's what I enjoy within the BarrelHouse Dogs. Hopefully
after the band has played at a gig, hopefully the audiences went, had a good time, enjoyed themselves, they've enjoyed the variety of music that the band has provided, and if they go away with that feeling of enjoyment, then to me that's the job complete. Great playing, it really is, it's great playing, but for me, if an audience afterwards are coming up to you and think, that was great guys, brilliant, you know fine rightly you've done your job.
To me it means everything. It's really, really good. It's fun for a Saturday night. With a Saturday night pub band, with a rock and roll bar band, and that's what it should be for everyone, which is to come and enjoy themselves, have a dance, get a bit sweaty and enjoy the evening, come away a bit tired and having sung their hearts out along with the band. That's what it's meant to be.
Definitely, we've always enjoyed playing places like Oni's in Carrick, which every time we play there brings in a different group of characters, a different class of characters as well. Sometimes almost like they're not from this planet, but that's always fun to watch things like that.
So some of the great memories probably was having the bagpiper play with the AC/DC tune Long Way to the Top at the Donaghadee Ulster Scots Festival last year, playing outside just after a storm, kicking up a storm of our own, and having kind of the authentic cover version of AC/DC's epic Long Way to the Top.
I think that the last gig we done, which is for the obviously the ones with the learning difficulties, I thought that was something I've never done before, and I think obviously they were very appreciative of what we provided that night. But definitely for me, yes, it sort of highlighted that there was another aspect to what the band could do, and hopefully more will come off that, but definitely yes, that was one of the highlights.
I've got some horrible memories now, the fun memories. I don't know. I think our first gig must have been really, really good. I think we when we played the Holly Davidson user group. We played the festival last summer, and that was fantastic. That was outside with the Mawns in the background. It was an outdoor gig with a gazebo. It was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
So the Marcus of Queensberry rules is something that I introduced, and again it was just for a bit of fun. So Marcus of Queensberry rules are actually applied to old gentleman boxing matches from way back in the day, but this is applied to something far more greedy, which is who can eat the most Christmas dinners through the month of December. And the Marcus of Queensberry rules for that are set out each year, so you have to agree how many different types of potato, how many different types of meat, whether there's a cracker involved, and various things like that there. But it's a bit of fun. But it's a tough sport, tough sport. You can have maybe 13, 14 attempts and score very, very low every year, with great joy, of course.
Definitely Bing. Bing's ritual is probably the longest, which is setting everything up, running every cable through, and I think one time he even did his tax return for a gig, sitting filling his papers beforehand.
To answer your question,
A couple of greedy buggers in the back.
yeah, I must admit, obviously when the WhatsApp group being put into it, and getting the first pictures of dinners, and I started thinking to myself, what is going on here? These guys obviously like their food, so do. So every now and again I would send pictures of what I was eating. These guys are eating spuds and chicken and Brussels sprouts, and I'm eating fish fingers, which sort of is a bit of a contrast. But yeah, I must admit, I was confused. So I was wondering what I was getting. I was maybe a master chef program that I was getting entered into or something, But yeah.
I don't know. I was going to say drummers. Drummers are always weird. But no, drummers and singers, they're the odd ones in the band, aren't they? They're just strange people. I think it's Stephen. I think it's Bing. He's the singer. He just takes forever to set anything up with his guitar. It drives me mad. And he's always fiddling with the settings on the mixer desk, even though they're all perfect. Anyway.
I think musically, I've always been, as I say, a huge fan of Prince, huge fan of the Black Crowes as well. Kate Bush has been a long-standing thing with myself. Barry Manilow, I've listened to a bit of Barry Manilow. Billie Holiday, massive fan of Billie Holiday. Yeah, Harlem Wolf. I play harp, so Harlem Wolf. All those guys love my blues, and those people do things very complicated and make it seem easy at times, and that things are amazing.
Mentioned it before from the bass guitar perspective. Lemmy from Motorhead and Steve Harris from Iron Maiden, probably from that Live After Death album, which kind of got me into playing the bass guitar in the first place.
Okay, mentioned earlier on, Mr. Brian Downey of the group Thin Lizzy. He was my main drummer within the guitar realm. Again, Rory Gallagher probably would have been my mainstay.
Well, my favourite guitarist would be favourite band would be Led Zeppelin. They just invented rock and roll. They just invented that rock and roll gods. Yeah, they were fantastic. And my favourite guitarist would be Richie Blackmore, all the way through Deep Purple and through stuff with Rainbow. He's just fused that neoclassical with hard rock and blues, and it's just like he just looks cool as well. He was always the best player for me, Richie Blackmore.
More gigs, just more gigs. It's been hard since lockdown. I think a lot of bands and venues, bands have sort of struggled to get into venues. Venues have changed their approach to the type of bands at the book. So the music and fun and rock isn't dead. It's still going. Yeah, that's it. Go see live bands.
Okay.
Go see live music.
I hope we just keep going, keep entertaining people, play more and more gigs, play bigger gigs, and just become an established household name in the cover scene in Northern Ireland. My
initial thought is to get out and play more. Okay. I think that the band and the guys, we all have the potential to do that.
More gigs. It seems to be live music, seems to be on the way, especially after COVID. We were sort of doing well before COVID, and then the live gigs sort of scene died a bit, and then it's taken a bit of time to recover. So more gigs for the future. Yeah.
Just do it. Just start, and you'll find your way. Because the best thing to do anything is to start. So yeah, go get an ad out there, get playing with guys, and you'll find that you may enjoy playing with them, you may not. They may leave, you may leave, and then you'll find someone else. But it's that process. It's a collaborative thing, unless you start, you don't know. We've all stood in bedrooms and sang into hairbrushes at a time, but when until you stand in front of other people with the same hairbrush, you don't know whether you're doing it right.
Don't give up. Keep going. I've been playing this for many years, and yeah, the first bands I were in weren't necessarily that good. None of us could play, but that's how you learn. The greatest bands in the world all started in somebody's bedroom or somebody's garage and played in pubs with nobody going to see them. Now they play stadiums. I think look at the Rolling Stones are still going. Bands like that. The best bands all started just with people dedicated to playing. Just be committed.
For me, the main thing is finding musicians who are like-minded. Classic example with this would be a good lot of years back. I have 3 brothers. There's 2 of them who are into the rock. One of them's into jazz. Jazz and rock don't mix. And I found that out to my expense when we went to France one year with the plan of a whole month staying in a chateau and recording something. We ended up 2 weeks in, and it was absolute hell. We done nothing but fight and squabble, and we realised, and that was when I realised that it's like oil and water, jazz and rock just don't mix. And we ended up after 2 weeks all coming back home again.
I'll do it, without a doubt. It's great fun, and it's great to be able to mix with different people and work with other people and be creative with other people. And everyone brings something to the mix, no matter what type of music you play or what music you like. Everyone brings a little bit of themselves, so it's always good to get that melting pot,